Hello everyone, welcome to this YouTube video. Like I mentioned in my previous video, the lessons I'm sharing in this course are part of a C# mentorship course that I'm currently on. So in the previous video, we completed the lecture notes for week 1. So in this video, we are going to be going into the task for week 1 to see what we are meant to achieve from the knowledge that we've gotten in week 1. So I'll go straight into the week 1 task questions. So this is the weekly task. For the week 1 task, this is the intro. This task is aimed at evaluating your understanding of the programming with C# and the fundamental syntax and structures. The challenge: you are required to write a console application that models a grade points, average, GPA calculator, and print the results. The results should be displayed in a tabular form as shown below. We have the course code, course unit, grade unit, weight point, remark, and courses with their respective course units and grades, and so on. Then it should be the total course unit should be displayed. The total course unit pass should be displayed. The total course unit register should be displayed. The total weight points should be displayed. The GPA should be displayed to 2 decimal places. Then for reference, GPA is calculated like so: total weight points over total course unit, where weight point is course unit times grade unit. Then this is the grading system that should be used. 70 to 100 should be A, excellent. 60 to 69 should be B, and so on. 0 to 39 should be F, 0, and fail. So for the task requirements, all stories should be completed. This means that everything that was instructed should be completed. Then the task should be submitted. Okay, this is just for the course. This is just for the course. Then the functional requirements of the console application. The calculator should have a grading system that grades the score dynamically. Then this is the task story. As a user, I want to be able to input course name and code, course unit, course score, one after the other, so that the calculator will calculate the score grade and record it before the total result and the GPA is displayed. This is the acceptance criteria. Grade should be calculated using the grading system. The GPA should be calculated using the formula given above. A class print table should be created to handle printing of the tabular results. So let's quickly go into the solution to this project. Now I'm taking you to my solution to the project on Visual Studio Code. On Visual Studio, I mean. So this is my solution. Okay, I had earlier loaded my solution into my Visual Studio, so I'm going to walk you through it very quick. So this is my solution folder, week 1 task, GPA calculator. So once you open this folder, you can see more folders here. We have a bin, a data store, entities, helpers, OBJ, services, UI, which stands for the user interface. So in writing code, it's very important to have this form of application architecture where you separate fundamental elements of your project in different folders. This data store holds data. This entities holds my entities. The helpers holds any extra code that I need to achieve my solution. In this case, this helpers holds the code I need to print the result table. This OBJ comes with it. This bin also comes with the C# project. Then services. The service folder holds holds things that I need to perform using my code. Like it holds code that I need to use to perform things in this application. For instance, the code that would calculate the student GPA, that would hold the student data, all sort of things. Then the user interface now. The user interface now holds code that would create the user interface for this console application. So let's quickly go into it. In the data store folder, you can see I have the data.cs file. Data.cs is a C# file, of course. So you can see once I double clicked on it using GPA calculator.entities here, it means that this using GPA calculator.entities, it means that this namespace, which is data store, right, it is using another namespace, which is entities. It means that this class cannot work without the entities. So why not we go to the entities and see what's going on there. So in the entities, we have an enums folder. I will go into what an enum is very soon. We have a course.cs, we have a grade.cs, we have the student.cs. So now let's see the course.cs. So now in the course.cs, you can see the code that we have there. There is no using at the top, means that this class does not use code from any other class. Like, you could understand it as this is where I started. Yeah, this is where I started. So let's look at what we have here. So first we have our namespace GPA calculator.entities. This is the name of this namespace. Then we have the public class, the name of the class course from the syntax that we just learnt in the previous videos. Then now we declared variables or fields that have to do with the class course. We declared an ID, a course code, a course unit, a course score, a course grade, a student grade unit, a course weight point, a course remark, and a course unit pass. And if you notice, we made sure we use the appropriate data types for all of them, and we use the public access modifier so that we'll be able to access them even outside of this class. So after that, we used a constructor. We used the constructor to initialize all these fields, or rather not all the fields. We use the constructor to initialize the course code, course unit, and course score, because they are actually some of the main fields that we will need in our methods. So this is how we just initialized it. Public course, for the parameters, we made sure we included them in the brackets. String course code, int course unit, int course score. Then what this means, what this here mean in the constructor, it just means that this course code, all it's saying is that the course code that's inside this class course, this here means this class, the course code of this class. It means that we are referring to this course code. This course unit is this course unit, this course score is this course score, and so on. And we're equating it to course code. This code here, we would soon see it. But before we see it, let me shed more light on it. All it's saying is that this course code here is equal to the course code that we are going to get from the user's input. Is the course code that we'll get from the user's input. This course unit is going to be equal to the course unit that we'll get from user's input. This course score will be equal to this, and the course weight point now will be equal to this course unit that we've gotten times the student grade unit from the method that we just saw. Then let's look at the grade.cs. Okay, the grade.cs, all it does is to declare the namespace, to declare the class, and to declare all the fields for remark, grade, course grade units, course unit passed. Then the student.cs, Okay, the student.cs does the same thing. It declares the namespace, creates the student class, now declares every field that will be used for the student class, which is the total weight point of the student, total course unit of the student, the total course unit that the student passed, and the GPA. You can see a float data type is used for the GPA. All right.